Alright, hey guys, Sid here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be part of the studio crew. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video so you can see more of this kind of content. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you can get push notifications on when I upload my videos, other like posts on YouTube and that kind of stuff. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, link will be in the description. Link to the Twitter will be in the description as well. And right here and here, Instagram and Twitter. But anyways, I'm going to be doing weekly recaps from now on. I'm going to be doing the list from time to time, but it's mostly going to be weekly recaps, capping off like what happened in MLB from Sunday through that Saturday, and then uploading a video on Saturday night. I know I should have uploaded Saturday night, but something was going on and I was pretty busy, so I'm just going to be uploading a day late, but I promise you guys the schedule will go back to normal for the rest of the time, unless I say otherwise on my Instagram. But I'm also going to be doing recaps for NFL when that comes around, and my thoughts on like the draft picks and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will be along for that ride. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, like the video if you liked it, dislike it, whatever. Any feedback helps. Comment down below, DM me on Twitter or on Instagram, whatever. Anything, any feedback helps. But we're gonna be starting off with the elephant in the room. If you guys have been living under a rock, Tatis, big deal, really big deal, third biggest in MLB, max contract, super max contract, 14 years, $340 million is what I'm talking about. The Padres are paying him $340 million over the span of 14 years. Now, I know that may seem like a lot, but it's actually not very much in terms of AAV, or average annual salary is, the colloquial term. He's not getting as much as you think. This guy has the third biggest contract in MLB history. Third biggest, and he hasn't even been in the bigs for 3 years. He hasn't even played a full 162-game season yet. The other two guys in front of him have, though. Mike Trout, obviously number one. Huge deal with the Angels. And then Mookie Betts, pains me as a Red Sox fan, but, what can you do? Tatis, I don't know what to say. A lot of people are saying that this guy deserves a contract 1,000%. This guy doesn't deserve it. The Padres just shelled out $340 million like that. But there are two sides to this argument. Number one, if you look at why Tatis is deserving, obviously he's the most exciting player in the MLB right now. Obviously he started the Slam Diego trend. This guy has broke out into a superstar. He already was a really good shortstop. I mean, not a pretty good shortstop, a really good shortstop in his rookie year, but sadly he was injured. But this past year he didn't play a full 162-game season because obviously shortened season, and he helped the Padres have a pretty solid record last year, and that's why he's deserving, because he's quickly blossomed into the face of the MLB. Sorry, Trout. But this guy is taking over, in my opinion. I still love you, Trout. Great player. But Tatis, exciting player. But another way to look at it is, this guy didn't even play on 462 games yet. Why are they paying him big superstar money? Well, because the Padres believe in him, and me as a big baseball fan, I believe in him. I think he's going to have a really, really big year. He's not going to have just a breakout year. He's going to have a superstar year. I think he's going to have some sort of like bloated numbers. He's going to hit a lot of home runs. He's going to slash really well. He's going to have great fielding. He has great fielding. He's one of three 5-tool players in the game right now, in my opinion. The other two being Acuna Jr. Obviously, he had horrible averages past year, but a lot of people did. And then Trout, biggest of them all. But Tatis definitely deserves a signing, in my opinion, and doesn't deserve it at the same time. So that's really where I stand. And another kind of quote-unquote low-key offseason signing this past couple of days is Taijuan Walker signed a 2-year, $20 million deal with the Mets. I really don't know what to think of it. I mean, as much as I love the Mets, it's a good idea to bolster that like bullpen down and help that pitching out. That pitching is still very good. Like, I mean, in my opinion, one of the best rotations in the MLB, because you got the best pitcher in the MLB, and then you got another guy that strikes out a lot of people in Carrasco, Syndergaard, obviously out with the UCL, and that Mets team. Speaking of the Mets, is going to be fantastic to watch. I know a lot of people will say, the Mets are going to win the division. I highly disagree. I still think the Atlanta Braves will win the NL East because they just got more experience. They got the reigning National League MVP. They got a superstar outfielder. They got, in my opinion, a potential superstar in Pache. Then they got a really solid infield. Obviously, I said Freeman. They got, obviously, Ozzy Albies playing second. You got Angie Swanson playing short. And then I think Johan Camargo or Austin Riley playing third. And then you obviously got Darno behind the dish. And then that rotation's getting better and better. You got Soroka. You obviously got Morton. And then you got Ian Anderson, who's a rookie. And that team is definitely going to win the East, even though the Mets have been making a lot of offseason moves. But definitely look out for the Mets. They've got a chance to win the East, but I think the Braves are going to win. And spring training, I mean, super excited for it, right? Today, the rest of the position players reported. A couple days ago, the pitchers and the catchers did report to spring training, just to get into the groove because, pitchers and catchers, they have to work together. And obviously, the rest of the position players reported to spring training today. A lot of weird sights, to say the least. You got Blake Snell, obviously in a Padres uniform, not in a Rays uniform. You got Lindor, not in a Tribe uniform. He's playing in the Mets uniform. And just stuff like that. It kind of throws you off, but as a baseball fan, you got to embrace it. That's what I do every year. I mean, unless one of your favorite athletes ever is traded away, Mookie Betts. I couldn't really embrace it, but I tried my best to, and I had to deal with the fact that he's gone, even though he won a World Series with the Dodgers, World Series. But you know, you gotta learn to embrace it as a baseball fan. Things change. Things change a lot especially in the MLB in the offseason. Tons of moves. The trade deadline is always like really, really, hard to keep up with. It's really frantic and stuff like that. And that's the fun part about baseball. It's like you don't know what to expect, but you kind of do know what to expect. I mean, you're expecting this super crazy offseason. Like, oh, this past offseason, we're keeping our eyes on Bauer. Like, oh, where's Bauer going to sign? Is he going to sign with the Mets? Is he going to re-sign with the Reds? Is he going to sign with the Dodgers? The Yankees, stuff like that. And that's what really makes the offseason fun. It's just these kinds of things excite us. And then obviously that huge blockbuster trade with Lindor and Cookie going to Queens and playing for the Mets on the good New York team. I hate the Yankees. And stuff like Marcell Ozuna, is he going to re-sign with the Braves? Is he going to go to the Tampa Bay Rays or the Red Sox and stuff like that? And Springer too. Springer was a pretty big offseason move. Baseball is a fun sport in the offseason, man. It's not like the other sports off seasons where it's like kind of bland. Like, oh, you're expecting one big blockbuster trade and then the rest is all like it's gonna be like horrible. Baseball, the trades are always interesting. The offseason moves are always interesting, and I'm excited to see what the 2021 MLB season has in stock for us. And um, that's pretty much what I had to say about the off-season and spring training. And there are two pitchers I'm very excited to see come back. One of which is from, you guessed it, Boston. It's Chris Sale. He said that he's doing very well. Alex Cora said that he's doing very well, and I'm happy that he's doing very well. I hope he makes a June return as expected per the 15 to 18-month recovery time period for Tommy John surgery. But at the very latest, he may be back in like early to mid-July, which I'm not too sad about, but I can't wait to see our ace back in action. And then another one is Steven Strasburg, who was sidelined after one start last year, sorry, due to a carpal tunnel surgery that had to be performed on his hand. And Dave Martinez, the manager of the Washington Nationals, said that he's also been looking very, very good. And I'm happy to see Strasburg back because he's a very consistent pitcher. He's a very good pitcher, too. He led the National League in wins in 2019. He's finished in a top 3 in Cy Young balloting that one year. And I'm excited to see Max Scherzer back, too. I can't wait to see the Nationals, one of my favorite teams in the MLB. Such an underrated team. I think they're going to be better than people think this year. And all right, and to finish off the Week 1 recap for the MLB spring training, we got some beef between Noah Syndergaard and Trevor Bauer, and I'm going to defend Trevor Bauer, and you guys will see why in a second. So about a week ago, Noah Syndergaard had a post of him, shirtless, and he's in a bullpen session. He's throwing a nice little sinker to a catcher in the indoor bullpen. And I'll post a screenshot of the comments for you guys on the screen. And so he commented, open quote, "Well, we're sweating like grease monkeys out of here, and I can't hold on a new ball," end quote, White Goodman. And then, this is about a week ago, right? And this guy, I'm not going to say their names, obviously, for privacy purposes, and this guy comments, "DeGrom just winning Cy Youngs. You trying to be a superhero. You'll probably block me because you're soft." And so, you know, who a normal athlete for that matter would take this as fuel and make themselves better, just be like, all right, whatever, it's a fan, I get a lot of hate. But no, Syndergaard responds to this guy says, or Syndergaard responds, "What's your problem, dude? Be happy." So this guy basically was giving Syndergaard, he says that, and there's some funnier ones. So this guy says, "You posted similar shirtless videos last year, and your body broke down. Stop with the bullshit." Noah Syndergaard responds, "Yes, because throwing shirtless is detrimental to my health. It's humid in Florida, and I'm chilling, you dumb." So he's basically saying, put a shirt on. Your body broke down. You're gonna want to put a shirt on because it's gonna hurt your body. This guy says, being shirtless is bad for my health. He's in Florida. I agree with him there. It's hot as hell in Florida. You gotta take your shirt off. You gotta stay cool, or at least wear like a dry fit shirt of sorts. And then this guy is, in my opinion, has the funniest comment. This guy says, 1, put on a shirt, you tool bag. 2, get through the lineup 2+ times consistently. That's a good one. Play a complete season. 3, 4, put on a shirt, you tool bag. Hashtag LFGM with a big apple. And then this guy, Noah Syndergaard, says, "Why are you so negative? The world needs less people like you." And then he adds to that in a second comment. This guy says, "Show this to your wife. Guarantee she wouldn't want me to put a shirt on. You might actually get laid because of that, but she'll be thinking of me." So, in other words, Noah Syndergaard is basically giving this guy for, having a horrible looking husband, and that he wants to sleep with his wife because he looks better and all that stuff. And then Bauer responds. I'm going to pull up the Bauer tweets in a second. Alright, so I just found the tweets right here, and again, I'll post a screenshot for you guys so you guys can see it and read along. Also, at Noah Syndergaard, try to treat the fans better. They're what makes our game go. No place for personal insults, especially about someone's wife. I completely agree with Bauer there. There's no need to treat someone's wife insult someone's wife and her husband. That's completely out of line. And then Noah Syndergaard responds, "Keep digging." And then Trevor Bauer responds, "See you at the bottom," because, they're digging. And then Noah Syndergaard says, you bring a drone and your mixtape, and it's a deal." And so, he's basically saying that, bring a video, like, how he makes, if you guys don't know, Trevor Bauer makes videos with, like, drones and, mixtapes and stuff like that. And he makes videos like that, and, bring your drone, make a video, and, we'll be good to go. Trevor Bauer finally responds, "You've got yourself a date." Now, in my opinion, Trevor Bauer handled this much, much better than Noah Syndergaard did. If you don't know Trevor Bauer, or if you haven't read his comment sections, I think you should. He doesn't get mad at the fans. He kind of takes it as a joke, and he just fuels himself. That's what makes him a really good, advocate, and he's very vocal about making the MLB a lot better for not only the players but also the fans. That's what I really like about Trevor Bauer. And then, Noah Syndergaard here kind of ruining the game, just making the fans feel like shit, like it's completely putting him down. That's what Trevor Bauer doesn't do. He just takes it. He doesn't give anybody shit. That's what I really like about Trevor Bauer, and I really don't know what to think of it, except the fact that I'm on Trevor Bauer's side. I really don't agree with Syndergaard on this one, except for the fact that he shouldn't wear a shirt. He doesn't have to wear a shirt, especially when it's really, really freaking hot down in Florida, especially in like February and stuff, when it's closing in on March and spring. But that's what I think of it. I want you guys to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first recap. Again, any feedback helps. Comments, likes, dislikes, DMs on Twitter, PMs on Instagram. Any feedback helps. Anyways, this is Sid signing off. Peace out.